Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. This week's video is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me because I tend to ramble on about things, but I am going to be attempting to rapid fire review everything that I have read on my shelves. So we have manga, novels, and one graphic novel, so I'm going to throw that in here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and get into it so that I don't already get myself like in the mind space of like rambling on about things. So you get the point. I'm going to go ahead and grab the first stack of books. I already know this is going to leave like a huge mess for me to clean up after, but we're just not going to think about that right now. We're going to have fun and get through this as quickly as possible. So let's go ahead and start on the first shelf. So first we have, this is actually a manhwa series. This is The Breaker. This is a 5-volume series. I only own the first 2 volumes and I have read both of them. This one has been pretty good so far. I have a couple of kind of reservations on this one. I have talked about them before, but this is about this guy in high school. He is bullied a lot, and we have this guy here who is his teacher, but he is actually like a part of a like gang, and he's like in a bunch of trouble, so he's currently like undercover as a teacher trying to like hide away for a while. Really fun. It's got great action and the comedy is hilarious in this one. So yeah, great art in this one as well. Yeah, I haven't completed it though, so not a complete review. Next we have Summertime Rendering. This is a 6-volume series. I have read the entire series and it was amazing. This is a horror and a mystery, so definitely a little bit scarier, and it is also rated mature, so probably for you older audiences. But this one is so good. I really liked the mystery aspect to it. It just kept me hooked the entire time. This is about this guy Shinpei here. He goes back to his hometown to attend his childhood friend's funeral, and a bunch of just weird things start happening, and we also have a time loop element in this. So we have the shadows who are kind of like taking on the identities of humans and killing them. It's a very gore heavy, so keep that in mind with this one, but it is awesome. Next we have Solo Leveling. This is another manhwa series. This is not yet completed, but it is going to be a 14-volume series. I currently only have 6 volumes, and I think that's all that might be out at the moment. But this is so good. This is one of my favorite like ongoing series at the moment. So this is also in full color, so it's a very fun reading experience. It's based off of this kind of like RPG type game, so it's got a lot of like game elements that make this a lot of fun. But yeah, it's about this guy here, Jinwoo Sung. He is the lowest ranked hunter, so you have this these different guilds of hunters that go into dungeons and basically clear them out of any monsters or whatever is in there. So it's basically the story about him trying to level up, as the title implies. Next up we have one of my absolute favorites. This is Chainsaw Man. This is also currently ongoing. I own the first 11 volumes. This is so much fun. This is a pretty popular title right now, but we have the main character here, Denji, who can turn into the Chainsaw Devil. So it's basically him and this whole group of devil hunters that go out and exterminate all the devils because they want to eat all the humans, so gotta get rid of those. This is amazing. Love the characters in here, and it's pretty funny too. Denji is I mean, it says on the back here, he's a very simple man. He's got simple dreams and, you know, ambitions and wants in life, so it's pretty funny just like how basic he is, but I think that is the fun of this series and of his character. Next we have Kaiju number 8. I have only read the first 2 volumes of this, so this is also a very preliminary review on this, but so far This has been great. Another very action-packed series. Well, I brought out all the shonen, so of course they're all going to be action. Anyhow, this one is great. We have kind of a similar concept to Chainsaw Man, where this guy, the main character, he can turn into a kaiju, where he's kind of a part of this organization that goes out to like neutralize all kaijus. So very interesting, really funny. The main character is a little bit older, which I find really interesting. And with this series, we usually have younger protagonists, but this guy, he is in his 30s. And I say older, that's not old. Anyhow, you get my point. Great, fun series. Amazing art in this one. I really like the art in this, and the characters, at least thus far, I can tell the characters are going to be amazing in that series. Next we have Demon Slayer. This is one of my favorites. This is completed at 23 volumes and I have read the entire series. This is such a great action-packed series with amazing characters and amazing character designs as well. They're such unique looking characters. This is one, you have the Demon Slayer Corps that is out to kill all of the demons who eats humans. So it's kind of like a redemption story as well, because Tanjiro here, the main character, his whole family gets killed by a demon except for his sister here, Nezuko, who got turned into a demon herself. So he's trying to kind of get like help people and kind of get revenge on what happened to his family and find a way to turn Nezuko back into a human if at all possible. So great series. I absolutely love this one. We'll definitely be rereading it soon. Next, we have Naruto. This is a completed series at 72 volumes. I have read this entire series years ago. This is what I started out with. And I'm going to be starting a reread on this tomorrow at the time of filming this. But this is a really fun one about ninjas, and it's a really great story. There's lots of action and just amazing, intense, and epic battles in this one. You have some great characters in here as well. Like, still to this day, I have like some of my favorite characters of all time are still in this series. So I highly recommend it. If you want to watch the anime, I don't know, the anime is very long on that. Anyways, this is short. Naruto, it's amazing. I love this series in the past. I'm so excited to see what I think of it now. Next, we have Blue Box. This is a sports shoujo series. This is about these two characters. He is in badminton and she is in basketball. So yeah, athletes here. This is a very cute one. I have the first 3 volumes. I'm not sure how long this is going to be. It is still ongoing. Pretty new series, but very good so far. Great characters, amazing art in this one. I love the art style. Very funny as well. This is a very funny series. Yeah. Next we have a pretty classic one. This is Nana. I own like a good 7 of the volumes. They're kind of random. I'm working on completing this one, but this is a 21 volume series. It technically is still ongoing, but it has been on hiatus for like 10 plus years. So we're calling it completed at 21 volumes. But I have only read the first 2 volumes. This one is pretty okay so far. It's honestly, it's building up, I think, for me, but it is about these 2 girls named Nana, and they both lead very, they both have lots of trouble in their love lives, and it's just a very kind of drama-filled series, and it's kind of like a coming of age. You see them going through their late teens and early 20s, so kind of like some very tumultuous years for them. So it's kind of a gritty story. It's very hard-hitting at this point in the story, so We shall see how this one continues to be, but it is a favorite for lots of people. Next is Snow White with the Red Hair. I only own this first volume, but I believe it is a 23 volume series. It is about this girl here, Shirayuki. She ran away from her home kingdom because the prince wanted to take her as his concubine because she has like rare red hair. And she just was not about that, so she ran away from home. And she kind of comes across a prince from the neighboring kingdom and like his like bodyguards, and they kind of all become friends. And she goes along with them. So it's got very like whimsical vibes, and so far great characters already in this first volume. The characters were amazing. Then we have Love of Kill Volume 1. I've only read this first volume. This one is a love story between two assassins, so I'm excited to move further into the story because I really think that it's something that I'm going to enjoy. My thoughts on this first volume: I wasn't super impressed, but the art in this is great. This one was a quick read. I feel like there weren't too many words in this one, and maybe that's why I feel like it just went by very quickly, and so I just really didn't feel like I had a good grasp on what the story was going to be. So yeah, excited to move forward with this one. Next we have one of my favorites, but it's kind of a controversial trope. This is Mint Chocolate. We have these two. They go to high school together, and it's kind of more so like revolving around her. We follow her around a lot. And she basically like has a huge crush on him, and it ends up happening that her mom and his dad get married. So step sibling romance, but it's worked out in a way that makes it okay. I'm gonna be careful on what I say about this one, but it's really cute. I think it's handled in a really good way, and yeah, I think it's really cute. Great series in my opinion. Next, I guess we're keeping on with the controversial trope here, but we have Subakucho Lonely Planet. This, shoot, I don't remember how many volumes this is, but I think it's completed. Probably 12 to 14 volumes. That's usually how long these type of series are. But this one is really cute. I own the first 3 volumes. It is an age gap series, so keep that in mind. Another controversial trope here, but it's really cute. Again, I think the matter has been dealt with well so far. We're still kind of like early on, so things like developments like that haven't really happened yet. So yeah, that's the deal with this one, but I really enjoy it. Next we have a pretty classic shoujo series. This is Fruits Basket. It is a 12 volume series in these newly printed collector's editions by Yen Press. This is a really cute series. We follow the Soma family, who 12 of them can turn into animals of the zodiac. So when they are hugged by a person of the opposite gender, they transform into that animal. So that makes high school life very difficult for them. So it's really funny and very cute. It can also be very like heavy and emotional just because there's so much emotional trauma that happens, and the Soma family isn't exactly this like picture perfect family, even though like everybody pictures them to be that way. It's a very yeah, just kind of heavy read at times, especially like kind of towards the end as you find out more about these characters. But the character development in this story is so good. Amazing characters in this one, lots of friendship building and just kind of like taking down each other's walls and, you know, just getting to know more about people. So this is a really cute one, highly recommend it. Kind of in that same kind of realm, this is Fruits Basket Another. This is like a spin-off series. This is a 4-volume series about the kids, about the next generation of the Soma family and just like all those characters. So it's really it was a really cute story, just getting to see kind of what happened next and see the next generation kind of grow up a little bit. So this is not as good as the original series. We can all guess that. Usually spin-offs aren't as good as the original, but this was still very, very cute. And that is going to be it for this video. I was editing and realized that this video is really long, so I'm going to split it up into 2 parts. So I might bump it up and have you guys get an extra video, but as of now the plan is going to be to have part 2 out next Friday. So I hope you guys enjoyed and are looking forward to part 2 of this video. I will see you guys next week. Bye.